Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've been following along with the videos. We're going to continue along to help you out each week and not only educate you, but motivate you and give you tips and tricks to get along on your health journey in the right way, we'll say. Not that my way is the right way, but I'm just giving you the information that is correct, so call it what it is. But let's get into it. All right, if you're anything like me, you've probably felt the familiar sting of being overwhelmed. You know what that's about? Pretty sure you do. That feeling when your to-do list is just miles long, right? When your calendar is super packed with stuff, or your work tasks just won't let up. I'm gonna scooch a little closer. Too far here. And you constantly feel like you're just running on empty, right? Good news, I guess we'd say. Good news is you're not alone. In today's always on world, it's really easy to lose ourselves in our tasks, in our to-do lists, in our never-ending demands of work, family, friends, social life, errands, everything that we have going on. Sometimes it feels like it's just way too much. But there are ways to take back control of your time, to take back that power that you feel you've lost in controlling your time. So this week, we're going to dive a little deep into the art of reclaiming that time by prioritizing what truly matters, creating boundaries, and protecting those precious moments for your family, for your friends, your coworkers, but most importantly, for yourself. So, where do you begin when you're feeling completely swamped and overwhelmed? The first step is to acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you feel overwhelmed. Don't try to put it off. Don't try to, power through it and say, no, it's cool, I got this. Sure, you can say that, but acknowledge that you're overwhelmed. And then say, but it's okay, I got this. Don't ignore the feeling, all right? It's a signal. It's a gentle nudge from your body, your brain, your heart. Anything in your body is telling you something needs to change, something's not right, all right? And the most effective way to tackle that is by getting crystal clear on your priorities. All right, my biggest thing when I talk to my clients is if something's not going the way they want it to, what is the priority level of that? When people tell me they're not losing weight quick enough or they've plateaued, one of my first questions is, how's their sleep? And if they're not sleeping well, and if they're saying, I just can't get to it, they're not prioritizing their sleep, they're not going to get enough sleep. All right. So first thing we need to do is get crystal clear on our priorities. So what I want you to do is grab a notepad, pen and paper, notes on your phone, whatever. All I need you to do is make a list of everything that's currently demanding your attention. Everything. Every single thing. All right, don't hold back. Your work tasks, your household chores, your family obligations, your social obligations, personal stuff that you like to do, hobbies, whatever it is, right? Write it down, get it all down there, go. I'll wait. No, seriously, I'll wait. You can just pause it right here. I'll wait and look off in the distance. Watch. You didn't pause it? You didn't pause it. Come on, pause it. I'll wait. Seriously. All right, cool. Now we're back. Look at that list. All right, look at everything you wrote down. It probably seems like a lot, so it may be a little daunting. That's fine. But here's the most important part of that list now. We need to categorize those into 3 separate buckets, 3 separate columns, pillars, whatever, baskets, whatever you want to say. Maybe not baskets because that'll remind you of laundry. We don't want to do that right now. 3 separate pillars, 3 separate columns, right? You have your must-dos, you have your should-dos, and you have your could-dos. Almost like woulda, coulda, shoulda, but not. Your must-dos, these are your non-negotiables. These are things that absolutely 1000% have to get done. Put that in your first column, okay? Like showering. Number 2 is your should-dos. These are important, but maybe not as important as your must-dos, right? They're right just above or just below the level of importance. All right, they need to get done, but they're not as critical. And then your third column, your could-dos. These are it'd be nice to have it. It'd be nice if I could do it. It'd be nice if I finish this. But it's not necessarily critical to your success in this very moment or in the priorities that you've set for yourself, right? It'd be great if you could accomplish it, if you had that extra time, but it's okay if it gets pushed back a few days. These are your could-dos. All right, so your must-dos, your should-dos, and your could-dos. Once you have these 3 categories, it definitely becomes much clearer where your energy has to go. All right, where energy goes, where focus flows, energy goes. So focus intensely on your must-dos first. They have to get done. So there's no reason or no need to be distracted. Focus intensely on your must do's. Your should do's and your could do's, delegate them if you can, or postpone them for later. Right? If someone else can handle some of these tasks because they're either work tasks or household chores and maybe someone else can do, delegate them. You don't have to be the sole person responsible for everything. As much as some of us like to be that or have this feeling that we need to be, we don't. All right. So delegate them or postpone them as much as you can. And this isn't about necessarily doing less or just postponing them and postponing them over and over again. It's about doing what matters first. Once you've gotten the important things out of the way, it's a lot easier to do the smaller tasks, and they don't feel as daunting and they don't feel as probably necessary either, because you've already accomplished the ones you do need to accomplish. So there's a little bit less pressure. All right. And when we do prioritize these things, or when we do start prioritizing, it's not just about prioritizing tasks for work or tasks for the house or anything like that, right? It's also about prioritizing people and the experiences around you. So think about the people in your life who truly bring you joy, who truly support you, who are in that circle of trust, right? Think about those people, your family, your closest friends, your significant other. Maybe you have coworkers that you can really rely on. Are you carving out dedicated time for them? And when I say time, I mean quality time, right? Are you carving out an actual space for them? Are you scheduling time to be with them, to maybe watch a movie or go see a concert or an art show or go, work out together? Whatever it is that you guys can do together, carve out that time, because these relationships, they most often get squeezed into these tiny gaps between our obligations. We're like, oh, I have a little bit of time here. Maybe maybe we can meet up for coffee or something, but then because it's not set in stone or because it's not carved out, it's a little easier to say, hey, you know what? Things ran late with work, or, I actually have to be earlier here. Let's postpone, right? But if we continue to do that, we're not going to allow the effects of, or the benefits of seeing how vital it is for your health, for your well-being, for your happiness, right? Having great relationships is super important for mental health, for emotional health, and for physical health, believe it or not. So the relationships, I would suggest, and I would hope that you put them in your must-do category and really try to spend as much time as possible and carve out that time for them. So schedule that family dinner. If you don't have dinner often around the table, plan the coffee date with a friend, right? But actually schedule it out, put it on the calendar, or even set aside some time away from the computers and the screen and all that while you spend time with your family. Put your phone on do not disturb and make sure it's completely distraction free and you're not hanging out with your family while also scrolling on Instagram, because that's not really quality time. Okay. And I need you to treat these moments with the same importance as you would your work tasks or your personal obligations. Anything that you feel overwhelm about, I need you to have that same kind of urgency and feeling when it comes to spending time with your loved ones. Don't make it overwhelming, of course, but make sure you have that sense of urgency to spend time with them as much as possible, because I can't overstate the importance of close personal relationships, whether that's with family or friends. So keep them strong, keep them important, keep them prioritized. All right. And when it comes to your me time, I feel like this is one's the most overlooked. I feel people feel selfish with this one because why should I take care of myself when other people need to be taken care of? It's fair. I get it. But my favorite example that I give my classes, my clients, the workshops I do is the emergency procedures for airplane emergency. Masks come down. Who puts it on first? You put your oxygen on first before you can help others, right? So you can't help others if you're not helping yourself. So how often do you actually dedicate time to yourself? I feel like that is also going to be in a must-do category. And I'm not talking about the things for yourself that need to get done, like your errands or work or things like that, but actual activities or experiences that are going to give you a little boost, a little motivational boost, a little rejuvenation, we'd say, right? Some people like to go golf. Some people like to go hike. Some people like to bike on trails. Whatever it is or gardening, whatever it is that you like to do and enjoy, carve that time out for yourself, because if you don't fill your cup, you can't fill others' cup. All right. So I wrote down some examples here, like reading a book, taking a long walk, pursuing a hobby, meditating, or weirdly enough, you guys, you can also just simply sit in silence. I know that sounds like you're a crazy person just sitting there without talking or without looking at your phone or doing anything, but try it. It's phenomenal. Or you can even sit in silence at a park, right? You can go outside, find a bench somewhere. Well, at a park, obviously, not on the sidewalk. I don't see, or maybe someone left their furniture out, and it says free. You need to sit there for a little bit. Sit in silence. Make sure they don't bug you. No, don't do that. Don't sit on people's front lawns, because then you're gonna tell them that I did. But whatever it is, identify what truly recharges your batteries and make that your priority. All right. Like I said, you can't pour from an empty cup, so invest time in yourself, and that'll allow you to show up better for everyone else. All right, so once we know what truly matters, the next crucial step is creating boundaries. I know it's a bad word for a lot of you, creating boundaries, but this is where we protect that precious time and energy that we've just identified, right? We got our to-do list, we got our must-do list, we got our should-do list. Cool, I have it. Now I have to protect it. I have to protect boundaries around it, all right? And boundaries aren't about being inflexible with people or being unfriendly or not social anymore, right? They're just about respecting your own limits and valuing your time and your well-being. If you don't set boundaries for yourself, other people are just going to walk all over you and not care, and they're going to be more than happy to set boundaries for themselves and not care. All right. At the end of the day, as much as we think people care, they don't. Just set your boundaries. You'll be fine. I promise. All right. So here are a few ways to do it. They're all pretty difficult at first, I know. But once you master these, I promise you your life will be a lot better. You'll have more control over your time. You'll have more control over your well-being, your anxiety, and your stress. All right. First thing to do is learn to say no. Right? We learned when we were kids, just say no to drugs. Dogs are wild. Just say no. But this is perhaps the most powerful and effective boundary tool. Listen up here. Listen. Come close. Listen. It's okay to decline extra commitments. Yeah, they heard me. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say no to helping someone out. It's okay to say no to like going out for drinks or for coffee. It's okay to say no to going to a party. If they don't align with your priorities, or if you just simply don't have the mental capacity or energy to do it, then don't. All right. It's difficult, but it's simple to just say, hey, thank you so much. I'd really love to go. I can't. Why? I can't. You don't need a reason. All right. You're an adult. You're not calling out sick for work. You're just saying no to going somewhere that you don't need to be. Can't go, and if they really insist on why, okay, I just need to be up early. I'd rather go to sleep early. You know what? There's this book I'm reading and I want to finish it. Nerd. That's okay. I don't care. Learn to say no. All right. A polite no thank you is perfectly acceptable. They'll move on. They'll get over it. They'll invite you again. It's okay. Number 2, time blocking. I need you to dedicate specific blocks of time in your calendar for different activities. All right. So as an example, you can block out what's called deep work time, where you're not prioritizing, but where you're focusing completely distraction free until your work tasks are done. All right. So block out 2 hours to minimize distractions. Put your phone on do not disturb. Close the door. Let everyone know if there's people home. Don't bother me for 2 hours, please. I need to finish this out. All right. And then with that, you're also going to say, but don't worry, because after my deep work time, I blocked out family time and we're going to spend time together as well. Or I blocked out date night with the spouse and we're going to spend time. Okay. Block out that family time just the same way you put your phone on do not disturb for work. You put your phone on do not disturb for family time because you want to give them distraction free time because that's what they deserve. And speaking of distraction free, number 3 right here, digital detox. I need you to manage your screen time. All right. Your devices can be huge time suckers. I know that, right? You're like scrolling on Instagram for 5 minutes, 45 minutes later, you're like, whoa, I've been on Instagram for almost an hour. Yes, it happens, right? So set specific times when you actually put your phone away, when you put it down, and you put a filter, right? You do not disturb, no calls for 2 hours, do not disturb for 2 hours. The only people that can call me are my wife, and that's about it. Nothing else. No Instagram notifications, no emails, no ESPN notifications, none of that. You need a complete break from not just social media, but from your phone as well. This is going to free up mental space and is going to allow you to be way more present. And number 4, I need you to communicate your limits. All right. You have to let people know your availability. Does it sound a little arrogant? Yes. But is it about your time? Yes. Also, are they going to care? No. All right. If they know your availability, they know when they can and can't invite you, when they can and can't call you, when they can and can't text you, right? They'll know those things. If you work a 9 to 5 job, you're not answering emails at 8 p.m. That's okay. You're not expected to. I would hope not. And if you are, then you need to have a conversation. But people need to respect your time just the same way you respect their time. So take that into consideration. If you have dedicated family time as well, let people know, hey, I'm spending time with I have dinner with my family tonight. I won't be available until tomorrow morning or maybe until 10 tonight. Who knows, right? It's your schedule. You can figure it out, but you're unavailable and that's okay. We're getting close to the end, I promise. Listen, setting boundaries does take practice, and I know it can feel very uncomfortable at first. I've been there. It's not easy telling people no, especially the people you care about, especially friends around you, those people that you do actually want to hang out with and have relationships with, but sometimes you just don't have the social capacity or even the time to do that, right? We have other things that are taking up our time. So it's okay to feel uncomfortable at first, but just practice, practice, practice. You'll be fine. All right. You're just teaching people how to treat your time. You're not rejecting them. You're not saying anything negative or bad about them. Right. You're just asking them to respect your time and energy. Right. You're just creating space for yourself, and they're going to respect you for that. I promise they will. Listen, reclaiming your time isn't about finding more hours in the day. There aren't. There's 24 for all of us. They're not going to be extra time. We just got to carve out the time we need. All right. So it's about making better use of the hours that we do have. It's basically just about being intentional on how you spend your time, how you protect your peace, how you protect your energy, and how you protect those moments that truly bring you happiness, joy, connection with your friends and family, right? You have to protect that time. So be intentional about how you choose to use your time, and things will start to fall into place a little bit better for you. You won't be so overwhelmed. You won't be so anxious, and life will flow. So this week, this is what I challenge you to do. Take one step towards prioritizing what truly matters and setting one clear boundary. All right. Start small, but be consistent, and watch how your sense of overwhelm begins to dissipate. Just almost non-existent for the most part, because you are in control of your time. All right, you're gonna feel it, but that feeling of overwhelm, you'll feel it replaced by that feeling of control and the purpose that you've created. All right, so in the comments below, what I want you to do, let me know what's one thing that you are going to prioritize this week, and what's one boundary you're going to set to protect your time. All right, in the comments, let me know. I really do love hearing your strategies, and it's nice for others to see what you're doing so that they can get ideas and also support you. So thanks for watching, you guys. I truly appreciate you tuning in. As always, remember to love yourself and go be the best version of yourself. Bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around for the end of this video. If you found it helpful, please, please, please hit that like button, subscribe for more fitness tips, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you get notified when we post a new video. Also, if you're looking for a community of like-minded individuals seeking support, motivation, and accountability, check out the link in the description of this video. It'll have a link to my school group where you can join my online community, and we can support each other and go along this fitness journey together so you're not alone. All right, I will see you hopefully on the other side. Bye.